Good morning, everyone, and a hearty welcome to the second edition of the Smart Built Environment Forum, organized by the CM Today magazine. I am Megha Anthony, the editor of the magazine, and your host for the next 2 days. Now, today we will be focusing on property management in the first half of the day and prop tech post-lunch. Now, the Smart Built Environment Forum has been a labor of love, and it has truly been an enriching experience getting to know each and every one of our expert speakers here today. Now, this journey in bringing in all the verticals of the built environment of the management sector under one roof is something that we started last year, and it soon translated into the ethos of the magazine, and there was no looking back ever since. Now, this year, as much as we wanted to keep the conference in the physical sense, we decided to retain it in the virtual space after what we saw the kind of impact the first edition had in the virtual space. We experienced a great amount of cross-pollination of information, not just between the sectors, but between the industries across the region and outside the Middle East as well. And that's the part we want to take now. Used to take back and into the industry head on. I have always believed that through discussions and dialogue, we can achieve a lot more. So do use this platform to learn, network, and share your expertise as well. I would like to quickly mention a big thank you to all our sponsors and supporters who have believed in our vision here today. And also a special mention to our advisory board who have patiently answered all my panic calls, messages, and not to forget my random questions as well. So without much ado, let's begin as we have some exciting sessions ahead of you. So quick reminders, do use Google Chrome or Safari for best results. Check out the menu bar to explore the meeting opportunities and make use of the event feed to share your thoughts and your feedback on the discussions, or even to just drop your e-visiting cards. And if you want to tag us on social media, don't forget to use the hashtag SBEF 2021. I would now like to pass the spotlight on to our keynote speaker this morning, Mr. Francis Giani. He is currently the Chief Community Management Officer at Nakheel Community Management. With over 20 years of experience in the industry in community management, Mr. Francis has a keen understanding of the end-to-end real estate cycle, giving him a unique advantage in identifying and capitalizing on signature customer experience throughout the customer journey. So over to you, Mr. Francis.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much, Megha. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. As Megha has mentioned, I think this is this is really a forum and a way to get together and meet the industry experts and everybody that contributes to making this industry as exciting as it is, especially here in the Middle East. Now, for Nakheel Community Management, that is only about 10 months old in its current form, when Megha asked us, would we like to be part of this, it was a no-brainer. We want to be part of the industry. We want to help the industry grow to the next level. And I think especially over the past 2 years, that is quite clear to see what is happening in the industry. Now, with the smart built environment, last year, as I understand and what we've seen is that the smart built environment was very much, and the conference was very much focused on the lessons learned, what has happened, especially during the COVID pandemic. And I think the smart built environment was a direct result, and this forum online was a direct result of the COVID pandemic. 2021, a little bit different, still living with a pandemic, but a lot of changes has been done. Not only in the legislation, in the regulations that has been implemented, but the goal, of course, was always been to create a happier community and make sure that we are meeting smart city and sustainability goals, which are getting more and more relevant as we go along. The 4 verticals that is being invited to the Smart Built Environment Forum is basically the 4 verticals in the real estate cycle that is more to the end, which is your property management, facility management, community management, and of course, prop tech that comes along with that. It is important, however, to understand that the build cycle starts much more longer before that. We start to look at land acquisition, the development, envisioning what needs to happen. And especially in our industry, when it comes to community management, facility management, and property management, when it's more to the end of the cycle, we are usually living what has been imagined. It's quite important for us, therefore, to also be part of this master planning exercise in the early days, because otherwise, looking at the real estate cycle over the past few years, you will sit with a situation where you are actually behind the market. The smart built environment is never been more relevant than now. And when we talk about smart, everybody always thinks, it's digital. We all need to go digital. It's not only that. Smart built environment and what we want to achieve actually looks at more than only the technology side. To give an example, we are moving more into an experience economy time frame. Most of your Gen Alpha, everybody born after 2010, will be living in the buildings that we are building, the buildings that we are looking after in a few years' time. They are part of what we've called the experience economy. Of course, going through the history with the agrarian economy that started many, many years back, going over to the industrial, when everybody moved together to cities, moving to the service economy in 1950, where the word service charges actually comes from, when everybody started moving into cities, living in the high rises. Things have been changing. Everything has gone faster. We are looking at instant gratification, instant service that people are expecting, instant maintenance that people want. How is that possible? How do we move on to that? How do we link smart buildings with smartphones and the smart device? Yes, that is the digital side. But we also have seen that gated communities over the past few years, especially in the GCC, have actually become more and more prevalent. Not only because of the fact that it's an economic rationale, but it's also people that are starting to look at a larger experience, a better experience. And things, for example, that are the value drivers are that is not only placemaking, it's the amenities, the security, maybe sometimes social segregation in order to create a different class. It's also a sense of community and belonging that goes along with that. Now, the challenge for the built environment, of course, would be to make sure that they deliver those expectations of all our new clients and what it means to be in an experience economy. When you look at the rate of technology, on the digital side, the real estate environment has always been a little bit behind. But over the past 2 years, that has started to change. People want to integrate the real estate technology side with their smartphones, with the Internet of Things. Resource security is also quite important because there's scarcity, and this brings me to sustainability. Sustainability is going to be much more important in the next few years. There's a term that's been coined, the cradle to cradle terminology. That means going beyond the cradle to the grave. The cradle to cradle economy is the circular economy. It is where products and models are designed in such a way that you can use them from the start to the end without throwing that away then again. Smart technology, I think a lot of us will be starting to talk about this as well in the next 2 days, is of course going to be part of that. And I think most of us will be focusing on that as well to see how we will be weaving the 4 different verticals that's represented here into a smart built environment in future that will deliver the customer experiences in this customer experience technology that we have today. So I want to ask all of you to open your minds, ask the questions that you want to ask. This is a forum that is open to everybody. None of us represent a specific company. We are all industry experts. We are all people that's been working in this industry for many, many years. And it is our obligation. It's our duty to move forward and see how we can improve this industry going forward. So thank you very much. I want to thank Mega and the team for putting this together. I'll see most of you next week when we attend to the awards ceremony. And enjoy the 2 days. And I will also be popping in and out to make some notes and pick up some of the good ideas that will be coming out of here. Thank you very much, Mega.